Hello and welcome back to another Chimps Comics and Video Games unboxing video. Today we have the Emma Frost from Sideshow Collectibles premium format statue. We're going to go ahead and crack this box open, see what it looks like. Got to be real careful with sideshows. They are easily damaged if you do not handle them carefully. Packaging of the box is interesting. I have seen some better packaging from Sideshow in the past. Just the squares and diamond shapes on the packaging is kind of plain. You want to be careful with this because on the back side, on the bottom, you see that triangle there. That's where they actually hide the cape for Emma Frost. I started opening this not planning ahead on how to take that out initially, but it's something you kind of want to plan ahead for. Maybe take that part out first and then flip it over and get everything else out of it. Alright, so we'll go ahead and cut into the box here. That way we can separate it. See all the pieces inside. This is the non-exclusive version, by the way. If you have the exclusive version, you have an alternate portrait where she's kind of making a meaner face. Emma Frost in this case stands 20 inches tall. That's how tall this statue is. Kind of hard to talk about more things until we actually get into the box, so bear with me. We'll get in there. Alright, I believe it's all cut open now. Let's go ahead and separate the two pieces of styrofoam here. Alright, so as you can tell, it's wrapped around in paper inside of it, just like most sideshows are these days. It's got a couple styrofoam pieces here holding in the base. That way it doesn't slide around inside the package. As you can see, the base is part of a Sentinel, like most of their new line has been part of Sentinels or other X-Men related pieces that have been destroyed in the fight. Alright, we'll go ahead and put her into the base here. Just got to get her lined up. And she's not fitting very well. Let me try this at a different angle. Yeah, still not wanting to go in without being forced in. They don't always show up this way, but when they do, when the statues show up a little too tight, not wanting to slide into the base, I've come up with a different way on how to solve this. So I'm going to go away for a moment, get a couple of items, that way we can get her into the base. The metal post on her foot was just a little too tight to be able to fit into the base. It didn't want to slide in there. It felt like you had to force it in, and you don't really want to do that too much because you could actually break something on the statue. You always want to be careful when assembling these or taking these out of the box. So bear with me during this dead moment of nothing happening on the screen here. While that's going, we can order in sideshows for you. We are a Sideshow authorized dealer. If you're ever interested in that, please stop by the store in person sometime. We can discuss options and payment plans on what we can get in for you. But we do always need to do pre-orders. Usually they're sold out before we get there. And as you can see, I just had to get a bottle that is classically named lubricant. I know that sounds kind of humorous, but it's basically just going to spray it on some paper towel here and kind of wet up the metal post. That way it fits into the base easier. Takes a moment. Want to make sure we have enough of another paper towel. Okay, so you're just going to kind of wipe that around the metal post. I had this happen with a Conan statue years ago. It would not go in. That's why I bought this bottle, and it went in pretty easily after that. So I just want to wipe it around all four sides of the metal post. Alright, now let's go ahead and give that a try. It does not take very much. A little bit of wiggling. And it's in. So now we can continue assembling this statue. Next, we're pulling out Cyclops' visor. At the time when I filmed this, I had no idea where this went. As you'll see throughout the entire video, I still didn't figure it out before the end of the video. This is the moment when I realized that the cape is on the bottom, and that's probably the next thing I need. So that's why you see me pulling out all the pieces and setting them out. As far as the Cyclops visor, that actually goes on the base down by her feet. You can't even tell that it's missing because it doesn't have a hole that it goes in. It's a magnet that holds it into place. So it's a flat surface that it's already on. So if it wasn't there, you wouldn't even really notice that it was missing anything. It's by her feet on the opposite side of the Cerebro helmet. All right, bear with me as I kind of try to maneuver to get the cape out of the bottom without dumping all the paper and everything that was on the top side of this piece. All right, there we go. Got the cape out. I'm just going to put the styrofoam up here on top of the box. That way it's nice and out of the way. Nice thing about this cape, it is one of the newer capes that they've been putting together with the wire inside of it. That way you can mold it or form it into any custom shape that you would like for the cape. If you're a creative type, I'm sure you could come up with a really great way to display this. The X symbol just pops in a hole in the chest there. Now, I made the mistake of trying to put the hands on first because with a lot of the statues, you put the hands on first before the head. But at this point is when I noticed where the hands are going. There's no way the head will actually go in with the hands already on there. So you need to put the head in next. Now, a nice thing about this piece is her fingers actually form right into the hair. You'll notice with this piece I have a little bit of a headache because you have to get it lined up. Her middle finger needs to actually slide into a specific spot into her hair. If you notice, I just popped it into the right spot right there. Go ahead and pull out the cape a little bit just so you can kind of see how it's got the wire framing in it. But we're not going for full display right now. And there's the Cyclops visor that I'm trying to figure out where to go. But as I said, I figured it out later after this video was already done. Excuse me. So I'm just going to go ahead and set this on the side. That way we don't waste too much time trying to figure that out. Although I was determined to try and figure out where it goes. Tried looking around the entire statue, and here in a moment you'll notice that I just give up. I'd look at a picture of what the statue looked like online again to refresh myself. Right there where I just about had it is almost exactly where it went, in case if you're having a hard time figuring it out on your own if you ordered this statue. Alright, now we've got her all together. Let's go ahead and get some close-ups. There's a close-up of the face. You see how the fingers form into the hair. She's got a nice shiny suit, shiny boots. This is me saying, no idea where this goes. Like I said, opposite side of Cerebro. Alright, so we'll go ahead and do a full 360 turnaround. While this is going on, you're formulating your own opinions on what the statue looks like. I am actually very impressed with the sculpture on this statue. I think they did a very good job. The facts that you're able to, when you put the hands in, the fingers actually go into the hair, so it's almost like her fingers are ruffling through her hair. Amazing sculpting at that point, in my opinion. I think they did a really good job with this one. The fact that her suit actually has that vinyl look to it like you expect from the comic books seems to be very accurate. This is a very nice looking piece. I highly recommend this if you enjoy Emma Frost.